Hello viewers, this is episode 62 of my Let's Play War in the East. I'm playing the Soviets and I am playing the Grand Campaign. And last time we were talking about me getting my command point situation under control, and I believe that I am close to doing that. I'm not quite there yet, but I am very close to getting that under control. And so what I'm doing now is just attacking some people, seeing if I can't push some of these guys out of the way, and then we'll let them have their chance at me. You know, I mean, I don't know. I keep these battles seem like they're very low percentage of me actually winning them, but I'm still trying to subscribe to the theory that the more you attack, the more you destroy their defenses, the more you destroy their entrenchment, the more you reduce their forts in entrenchment. Hopefully that is what is happening, and I'm not just just flailing away at these units or these formations. I don't want to waste my men, but I still subscribe to the theory of just about any kind of combat helps me out more than it helps him, just because they were probably at a very high level of experience and morale, between 85 and 90% probably on both numbers, and I was at a very low level at 50% or so for both numbers, and the only way I can go is up, and the only way they can go is down, in my opinion. So I'm still of the belief that that's what's happening. I'm hoping it is. So we're getting some movement. But we're not getting enough movement, maybe. But we're getting some. Cause see, look, I mean that is very tempting. What do I have these guys on refit? He's on reserve. If I move, I don't really have anybody to move up into that little pocket or that little space, so I'm going to leave it alone for now. I could move. No, they're not going to make it either. So it's just a question of, am I going to get enough troops against somebody to actually have a decent enough attack to justify actually attacking? That seems like that's good enough there. It didn't work. A lot of these are not going to work initially, especially after, we went through a good many, 7 or 8 turns at least, where it was just mud and nobody was attacking, and they were just entrenching as much as possible. And so I kind of have to wear them down in that sense. Because they've been building up for a few turns, and now I've got to kind of whittle them down, whittle their fortifications and etc. down, and that's what I'm trying to do. So it looks like it's pretty much, this turn's pretty much done for me. He's on refit, and my admin points are only at 11, so I can't really do too much more in that sense. I've got this guy in a semi sort of pseudo pocket. I mean, all he has to do is just move back or have somebody move forward, and the pocket disappears. But it's good enough for now. This is the guy that we attacked him and he didn't move. He held, so there's not too much I can do with him. I don't want to move this guy up here. He'll get clobbered. Yeah, it looks like let's go ahead and run a turn, I guess. That way we can run a turn at the beginning of the episode, somewhat, 5 minutes in, so that if it takes 30 minutes, it won't go too far over. Because I got a feeling this is going to be a long turn, similar to the other one right after the weather cleared up. Oh, mud. Oh well. So it's going to be a mud turn. Well, I'm not going to do a damn thing with. Holy cow! Oh, that's them. I was about to say I got 500 points, but that's actually the Axis has 500 points. The Germans do. So I don't have 500 points. I had 11 to start the turn, or at the end of my turn. I don't know how many I get per week. And it's thundering outside, so if I lose, I mean, you won't know it, but if the recording starts skipping around and starting and restarting, that's probably why, because it's trying to storm outside. Hopefully we'll get in 30 minutes at least. And my little clamp, I don't know if it's going to last. I'm not too thrilled with this microphone arm. I hear people marching. That screen's gone black. A couple of people have asked me about the map mod I'm using, and the map mod I'm using, I'm not an expert on mods. It took me probably longer than the normal person to get the mods that I'm using actually installed and working. And then when I when I built my new computer, I didn't have those mods installed, and I was having even more issues trying to reinstall them on the new computer, and I ended up actually copying files from my old computer from the mod folder and pasting them here, and it worked. And so I'm not really sure where I got I know that a friend, one of my Steam friends, gave me those files, or at least pointed me towards those files, and honestly, I can't remember. I can't remember exactly where they were, or where they came from, or how to find them again, or anything like that. But I do agree they're very good map mods, and the mods I'm using I really enjoy, and it really helps the game become more enjoyable for me, and obviously for other folks as well. They, one of the commenters on my video, Fekov, he was one of the ones asking about the map mod that makes it darker, because there's an original map mod that makes the map nicer looking, but it's very kind of pastel green or bright green, and the second mod makes it look like it darkens it almost as if it's in raining all the time, but it's not raining all the time. It just makes it darker, and it's I like it more as well, and it does. A lot of people like that darker green as opposed to the very bright green of the original map mod. But the original map mod was excellent too. It's just a simple difference of opinions on what people like. But I definitely do like these map mods. They definitely bring out the enjoyment of the game a lot more. And, you know, I'm surprised that the developers, Gary Grigsby and whoever, don't actually, you know, pay for them or buy them off of these people and say, you know what, can we put these in the game, you know, in the base game and sell it as a, you know, part of the game, you know, so that we don't really have to deal with the older map. Because the older map, it's okay, but it's very colorless is what it is. It's very bleak looking, you know, a lot of gray, a lot of, hell, I can't hardly even remember what the map looked like, to be honest. But I remember thinking though that it was very, very sparse looking, and the look at that, they're actually transporting supplies into some of these guys. That's nice. That means they're not getting their supply very well. So the one thing I'd say, if you want the mods that I'm using and the mods that, you know, these types of mods, or any mods actually, is to go to the Matrix forums and go to the modding section of the Matrix forums. And then, you know, if you can't find it, ask, and somebody will know where to go and get it for you, or be able to tell you where to go. So I know that's kind of a weak answer, but so I'll probably do this off screen, although you know, whatever. I think I want to do it on screen because we really need to get these under control. The 31st Army, let's fix it first. So the 31st Army is right here. And this guy is out of range of him. So we're going to move him up so he'll be in range. But there is the 31st Army. They are, what, 19 over the limit. And so I'm going to bring, this is Vyazma. That's Rzhev. I want to bring an HQ down here, and oh wait a minute, it's up there, isn't it? Oops. Don't you just well, it's really kind of over to the side. So I'm just going to bring this HQ as close over here as I can get, and then I clicked on the wrong one. 41st Army. He's got people way the hell over here. What the hell are you doing way the hell over there? Oh God. Let's see if we can't find somebody closer. We can't. So I'm gonna have to get them over there. Not close enough, I'm sure, but because of the supply situation and a mud turn, that kind of cuts down on the radius of the command in command area of an HQ. So we're just gonna have to deal with that. So where in the world is the 30? Was it the 31st? Okay, there he is. And where did I put that HQ? There he is. He's on a train. Let's get him off that train. Now, this guy was... I'll put him on the 64. I've got 69 points, so I don't want to go too crazy. My God, I cannot ever remember where this guy is. So he's at 35. Okay. So 31st Army to the 64th. 31st Army to the 64th. And this isn't a situation where if you go one over, in my opinion, if it's anything like the Age-Odd games, which I'm sure it probably is, it's kind of a sliding scale. The more command points you go over your limit, the worse your penalties become. So the closer you can get to your limit, the closer by bringing down the overage, the better it is. So I'm probably making this 31st Army better just by getting it down from, it was at 37, now it's down to 29. Those 29 are going to fight better than the 37 would have, because I'm sure that the percentages, and the command point checks and all that slide better now that the numbers are going down. But I just want to see if I can't get a couple more. That's the 64th Army. Some of these guys are going to just have to suffer and be out of range. Of course, I can move some of these into range actually. So he's 5 away. So let's just move him closer. And then see, I'm going to have this HQ down here somewhere. Actually, I can move him one. I'm going to have him about here. So some of these are going to be connected or attached to him. Oh, that's the 31st Army itself. I can't attach him to it. This is going to change. This is a core, so I think it's more like about 8 points or so. So we'll take a look at this after we're done. So the 64th Army has 13 command points, and so that means the 31st Army is a 24 of 18. We'll just do a couple more. Let's and then we'll see where we are. I think that's going to be the limit for them. Yeah, he's at 17. 64th Tank Army. We'll move him over. Okay, so he's controlling some of the units in these 4 hexes, and then he's down to 20 of 18. So he's really close to his limit. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not great. I mean, it's not the perfect situation, but 22 over the limit's not going to be anywhere near as bad as 19 over the limit. So the Callan in front, 49th Army. So they got people all the way over here. Why in the hell are they way over there? I mean, this guy I can understand. Oops. That would do. But these guys over here, that's the Callan. 49th Army. So that's this guy. He can't move. He's only got 1 movement point. So let's look. So look, now we're down to just 2 and one is a -2 and one is a -16. That's not too shabby, folks. It's not too shabby at all. And we still have another. And actually we want them over here, I do believe. Oh, great. What did I do? Did I screw this up? Is it? It's more over here, isn't it? Yeah. So this 67th Army. I guess I could get them there. And we'll take a couple of them. We'll take one or two of these. Or maybe we'll only take one. Because now I do believe, yep, he's at 18 of 18, so he's good. So, what the hell? 31st Army? You're insane. So you kind of got to watch that. I guess it'd be alright to put them with the 5th Airborne Corps. They're not full. Yeah, see, he's 5 of 9. The Airborne Corps HQs have a total of 9 command points they can command. They're kind of spread out. So now let's look at it. So the only one left is this one right here, the Southwestern Front. And he is right below Kiev. And it's really hard to figure out. I wonder if all these ones that are highlighted in yellow, cause see, I don't understand that. This is the Southwestern Front. Oh, I know what it is. It attaches up to Stavka, and they do too. So I've got to figure out who's under Stavka. And it's some of these units here, and these units way the hell down here for some reason. The 6th Army is attached to the Southwest Front. So if I put that headquarters down here and move some of these off to the headquarters, one of these headquarters I can move down, that will alleviate. He's not on rail, is he? Let's see if we can't get him down. Where was that? Was it this guy? 6th Army. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move some of these 6th Army guys onto the 66th Army. And that should alleviate some of the last few issues. And I'm not going to do any attacking this turn, so it's not like, you know, if they're out of range by a hex or so, that's all right. We can live with that. So are there any more? There's this guy. He's real close to 66th Army. And actually, oh no, never mind. Where's they can't take him off the train. And see, he's out of range of them, but I'm not going to do any attacking. And actually I might, well, I was thinking about moving them back, but I don't. Oh, actually I think I might move them back, because I mean, I'm going to leave them. I'm like, why can't these guys move? So, oh, that's a second army. I don't want that. Assholes. And let's see what that gives us. So that is the sum total of my command point penalties at this point is -6. 6 over on one. And actually I can fix it right here probably. Oh, these are all in second. But you know what? Second Guards Army. Who's he attached to? Southwestern Front. There you go. I can move some of these onto the 66th Army as well. And one more. Let's see how that works out. -1. So I need to find... That's a brigade. So I can attach him to this guy, I believe. Let's see what that gives me for second. Airborne. 8 of 9. There you have it, folks. See all these ones I have on the plus side. But it's really tough to manage that. I'm at least in a situation where I'm in the positive now, though. Where's his? This is second airborne. Where the hell is the second airborne again? Is it over here? No. Oh well. Second Guards. Alright, well, that works. To the extent that, you know, I can play around with it a little bit more and get it even better than this. But this is in pretty good shape at this point, if you ask me. Let's look at some info screens. Show commander's report. Next turn is going to be mud again, so I probably should go ahead and just run another turn. Well, I'm sitting at 28 minutes, so. First Guards Army Commander Nikolai Simonyak was promoted to General Lieutenant, or Lieutenant, which is Lieutenant General, which is actually better than Major General, which seems a little strange to me, but we figured that out in a previous episode. So he'll probably be my thumbnail then. I'm gonna Nikolai Simonyak. Yeah, that's pretty good. He's probably first Guards Army Commander. Let's find out. Let's just find out where he is. First Guard Army Commander. That's him right there. So let's just take a look at this guy. Well, 21 wins and 26 defeats. But I bet he was really underwater for victories, you know, before, you know, the winter of 1941. So he's probably had a lot of victories in a row. That's why he got promoted. So we'll go ahead and call this episode to a close, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.